Hey folks, Allison here. Today I want to talk about what should you do when you can't solve your own problems. Now, there are times that things happen, sometimes out of the blue, unexpected breakup, a loss, problems with our kids, financial reverses, whatever it is. Sometimes life can really knock us down, and it may take us a while to recover. But as soon as we're able, we should do everything we can, obviously, to help solve our problem, all right? To reach out, to get help with it, to do the things that we can do towards solving it. However, sometimes there's a limitation to that, and part of it is not just the loss or whatever the problem is, but it's this terrible feeling of being out of control. All right, it's really when something devastating happens, life feels out of control, and it probably was, and that can be very traumatic for us. But as soon as you're able, to sit down with a therapist and say, okay, what are the things that I actually can do to make my situation better? Maybe we need to learn something, maybe we need to go through some emotional healing. But when I'm at a point where I have to wait on God, or have to wait on someone else, or maybe it's just a grieving process that I have to go through. Find someone else who has a problem that you can help to solve. All right? God sometimes allows us to go through these things, but He wants us to come out of ourselves. And the benefit is feeling like we do have some control over something. It gets us out of ourselves. It helps us to really be more compassionate with other people. But it gives us something to do. And I think that, there are so many people who are in similar circumstances. If you can be that emissary of hope, it might be maybe you have an elderly neighbor who needs a ride to the doctor, or needs, you to take out her garbage pails for her. It may seem like something really simple and inconsequential, might not be for her, it might be big for her. But to start to become mindful of those who are in pain around you, those around you who are in need, and say, all right, what can I do? Even if it's something small. Now again, when you're in the throes of your own grief and trauma, you may not be able to do this right away. But as soon as you're able, while you're waiting on God, or while you're going through your healing process, maybe you've had a rift with your children and there's nothing you can do. You've tried everything you can to reach out to them. As you're suffering and struggling through that, instead of constantly focusing on that problem, find someone you can help. Find someone where you can bring light into their life as you wait, because God is not going to allow this to go to waste. He has a plan. He sometimes takes longer than we like, much longer sometimes, but use that well, because it's going to empower you to be able to feel like you are in control of something. And it opens and expands our hearts so we can bring other people into the graces that we receive through our suffering. So I hope you find that helpful. If you're struggling, if you're really in the throes of something, reach out to a Catholic therapist. God wants you to heal, and He wants you to be whole, and He wants you to be happy. And sometimes, He does allow some terrible losses in our life, but there's always a lesson, and there's always good that He's going to bring from it. We just have to kind of wait it out, because, most of us can look back on things that happened in our past and see how, if we look back, we can see how God brought graces or brought good or redirected us when maybe we weren't going down the right road, even though it may seem like it's right. Sometimes things, it seems like, wow, all the doors seem to fly open, and then something blows up in our face. There's a reason. We need to learn how to trust. But like I said, be aware of others around you. Find someone, maybe more than one person, that you can be a blessing to. And that's going to do a lot toward your own healing and toward your own sense of empowerment. So I hope you find that helpful. Don't forget, if you're really struggling, please reach out to a Catholic therapist. We're here to help. God bless you.